Since the dawn of humanity, people have gazed at the sky. They sought meaning and order among the stars. The first humans, gathered around the fire, may have unknowingly asked the first cosmic question as they watched the glittering heavens. Where are we? Thousands of years later, that curiosity would carry humanity from stone-walled caves to towering metal machines, from the confines of this planet to the expanse beyond the stars. This is the story of humanity reaching for space. The earliest civilizations used the sky as a calendar. The Sumerians recorded the rising and setting of stars. The Egyptians linked the flooding of the Nile to the rising of Sirius. The sky was not only a mystery, it was a guide for survival. In ancient Greece, Aristotle believed the heavens were made of perfect spheres. Ptolemy placed Earth at the center of the universe. But then came a man, Nicolaus Copernicus. When he claimed that the sun, not the Earth, was the center of the universe, humanity took its first intellectual step away from Earth. Then Galileo turned his telescope to the heavens. He saw craters on the moon, discovered Jupiter's moons. The sky was no longer the realm of gods. It was a place to explore. From that day forward, humanity's gaze toward the heavens changed forever. At the beginning of the century, scientists began developing the tools to make their dreams a reality. Russian scientist Konstantin Tsiolkovsky wrote the rocket equations. "Earth is our cradle," he said, "but we cannot stay in the cradle forever." In the 1920s, rocket experiments began in Germany, the United States, and the Soviet Union. By the late 1930s, Wernher von Braun developed the V-2 rocket. Born from the darkness of war, its technology would become humanity's gateway to the stars. When World War II ended, the world was divided into two poles, the USA and the Soviet Union. In 1957, with the launch of Sputnik 1, the space age officially began. October 4th, 1957. Sputnik 1 entered orbit. The beep-beep of that small metal sphere stirred the same feeling in millions of people across Earth. We are now there. The Soviet success spurred America into action. NASA was established, and the space race began. On April 12, 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space, exclaiming, "The Earth looks amazing." His 108-minute flight marked the beginning of a new era for humanity. In 1969, Apollo 11's Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon. His words, "One small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind," echoed the footsteps of countless generations who had looked to the skies in wonder. By the 1970s, space exploration was no longer just a race. Permanence became the goal. Skylab, followed by the Soviet Mir station. The International Space Station, established in 1998, became the first space home collaboratively built by multiple nations. Astronauts live 400 kilometers above Earth, orbiting at 7.7 kilometers per second. In weightlessness, muscles weaken, bones lose density, and the sense of time shifts. Yet looking out the window at Earth evokes a shared, indescribable feeling. From up here, there are no boundaries. By the turn of the century, the moon had become a symbol of the first step. The next goal was Mars. Missions like Curiosity, Perseverance, and Ingenuity meticulously mapped the Martian surface. SpaceX, Blue Origin, and NASA's Artemis program aim to establish a permanent human presence in space. The first Mars colony plans are no longer just sketches. They are investment projects. Rockets are now reusable. And humanity follows not only government space programs, but also the private sector's cosmic ambitions. The science that propels a human from Earth into space begins with Newton's third law: action and reaction. Rockets expel fuel downward, thrusting themselves upward. But challenges do not end there. Orbital mechanics, fuel calculations, radiation, and the biological effects of weightlessness. Scientists are working on artificial gravity, ion drives, plasma thrusters, and nuclear propulsion systems. One day, antimatter energy may even power interstellar travel. The Voyager 1 and 2 probes, launched in 1977, continue their journey, carrying the sounds and images of life on Earth. The James Webb Space Telescope peers billions of years into the past, observing the birth of the universe and the first stars. Thousands of exoplanets have been discovered, some potentially capable of hosting life. Perhaps one day we will go there. But as we gaze at the stars, we are reminded. We are a part of the universe trying to understand itself. Building cities on Mars, mining the moon, harvesting resources from asteroids. These are no longer science fiction. They are engineering plans. Yet questions remain. Who will be the first human born in space? Will humanity's identity remain tied to Earth? Or will it reach the stars? Space travel is not only about technology. It is a mirror for humanity to understand itself.